Hi everyone, meet Sebastian. He is a political scientist. A political scientist studies governments. A government is the group of people who make rules that everyone has to follow. Right now, Sebastian is studying how the government of the United States was created. The government was created after the 13 colonies won their independence from Britain during the Revolutionary War. In order to learn more about how the government was created, Sebastian is going to look at documents from the Constitutional Convention. The Constitutional Convention was a meeting that happened after the colonists won the Revolutionary War. The documents Sebastian will look at are primary sources. Primary sources are written by people who witnessed historical events. For example, these are notes about the Constitutional Convention written by James Madison, a leader during the Revolutionary War. How cool is it that we can see actual notes that were written at the time of the Constitutional Convention? People from all 13 colonies attended the Constitutional Convention so they could decide what the new form of government would be in the United States. Sebastian starts reading through the documents about the Constitutional Convention and learns people were nervous because they didn't want the government to be like the British government. The colonists felt like the British government didn't listen to them. They wanted the new government to listen to people it ruled over. The first document Sebastian reads is a letter written by Henry Knox. Henry Knox was a general in the American Army. Knox was writing a letter to George Washington about how he was worried about the government. In the letter, Knox wrote that the source of the evil is the nature of the government. This means that people thought that the government could be evil and would not actually care about people. Sebastian reads another letter. This letter was written by James Madison. James Madison was a politician who later helped write the Constitution. In the letter, Madison explains that he wants to make sure the government is fair and balanced. He thinks that the national government needs to have 3 main branches. He believes that each branch should have power over the others. This would allow the branches to have checks and balances over each other. For example, the legislative branch would be in charge of writing laws. The judicial branch would be in charge of reviewing times when people broke a law. And the third branch would be the executive branch, run by the president. Each branch has its own job. Sebastian now understands why the Constitutional Convention was so important to the new United States government. It was a time when people came together to talk about how the new government should be run. Now it's your turn to think like a political scientist and go on an adventure.